The first thing you want to do is open up the gate assembly file from Canvas, and then we are going to click next to New, and then Make Drawing from Part to create a new drawing file. I'm going to hit No, because I already have it opened. Okay, then I'm going to do the ANSI C, and then OK. All right, I'm going to right click on my sheet 1 and go to Properties. And then I'm going to change the scale to 1:1, so it's full scale. So the C landscape, third angle. And then we're going to click Apply Changes. Mine's off the screen, but click Apply Changes. Then we are going to edit our title block down here. So we're going to go right click and click Edit Sheet Format. So we're going to click up here. Okay, and then double click there and type in DFTG 1372 SolidWorks Essentials, if I can spell. I'm going to double click on or select all of this text, change that to a maybe 10. Yep, 10 looks good. Our title, double click on the title, and we're going to call this Gate Assembly. We are going to make our drawing number, double click on that, your username underscore, so then the assignment name, so my username is jbergman underscore, I believe this is M11 lab. Select all of this, and then I need to make that smaller, so let's try 14, enter. Okay, that looks good. And then revision, double click there, and change that to 01. Go to name drawn, and then put your initials, so mine's JB. Then for the date, put the date that you drew this, so 4/14/18 or 20. Right. And then that is, or I'm going to move this down a little bit just so it's centered. All right. And then I'm going to right click and hit Edit Sheet to get out of the sheet format layer. Now we can start adding our model views. So I'm going to go to this view palette, and then I'm going to add the isometric view, or why isn't my view palette show anything? Okay, so actually I'm going to go to model view, click gate, double click gate assembly. Oh, this should be default. We don't want that checked. Make sure it's isometric. It's right there. I can actually place this on the screen right now while I make additional changes. Go down, okay. And then we want the scale to be 1:3, so we're going to use custom scale, then go to user defined, and we're going to change this to 1:3. Or do we change the scale? Okay, just make sure. Oh, the sheet scale didn't change for some reason, 1:1. We need to go back and make sure that did change. Yep. Okay. And then we are going to hit the check mark here. We're going to go back to sheet 1 and right click and go to properties. And this scale should be 1:1. Okay, and apply changes. Let's make sure. Okay, good. Now it's 1:1, like we wanted. Okay, and then we are going to add an alternate view to show when the gate is actually opened. So click on there and then click alternate view. Go to existing configuration and gate open. Check mark. Okay, and it will show the gate open in phantom lines. The next thing we're going to do is add the top view. So we're going to go back to our view palette and then make this a little smaller because I can't see. Okay. I'm going to add my top view. So just click and drag the top view, that 1:1 scale. So just set it on your screen anywhere. And then I'm going to go down to use custom scale, user defined, and change that to what scale are we using here? What do they want us to use in the book? Okay, 1:3 as well. Okay, and then click there, and you can see it's a lot smaller. Check, and I'm just going to select this again. Sorry. Okay, select this and move this over. And then we're going to add an alternate view for the, oh, actually before that, we are going to change the tangent edges to tangent edge with font. So we're going to right click this and then find where it says tangent edge. Change this tangent edges with font. Okay, just for clarity so we can see it better. And now we're going to add an alternate view, the open view for the top. So we're going to go to alternate view, existing configuration, and gate open. This was made in the assembly file using the same steps to create a new configuration. Click check. Now you can see the gate open. Now we're going to add some annotations. So we're going to go to annotation, note, click on the screen. We're going to change the size to 28. We're going to bold and we're going to underline. And this is going to say top view. And then check mark. We're going to hit this, click this annotation or select it and hit Control C. Click over here and then Control V. I'm going to move this over. Then I will double click, change that to isometric view. Awesome. I don't know where my mouse went. Okay. There we go. Check mark. And then we are on step 8. So let's go to view layout, model view. We're going to double click gate assembly. We're going to select show and exploded. So this exploded view is the one that's default, or it's already created by SolidWorks. Isometric. And then we're going to do user defined. And for the scale, it wants us to make the scale, let's see here, 1:8. Okay, and then I'm going to click this into place right there. And I actually want to, click the border to move it around, and I'm going to place it right here. Okay, actually, maybe just right there. And I'll do check mark. Now we're going to add balloons, but we're going to use auto balloons to show the part numbers. So make sure this is selected. Then we're going to go to annotation and click auto balloon. And for the auto balloon, we want the pattern type right here to be square. We want both of these checked, ignore multiple instances, and we want to insert magnetic lines. We want this to be circular. We want this to be 2 characters. And then make sure down here the balloon text is your item number. All right. Then I'm gonna do check, and I'm actually gonna go in and move these around. You can actually move these and move the arrows like this. However you want to do it is fine by me. Okay, sometimes it's just easier not to use those lines there. So put this here. Let's see. In the book we have this one over here. Okay. And then we have this one here. And then part 3 is kind of like that. And you can move them from the line as well. Whatever you think is easiest, just do that. Okay. So you can go through and make it look like the solution here. Okay. In the lab, how they want it to look, or how the instructions tell you it to look like. Make it look like that. Now we're on step 10, which is adding the bill of materials. So we're gonna go to, we have to select a view, so I'm just gonna select this view we created in the Annotations tab, click Tables, and select Bill of Materials. Okay. For this, we're going to, yes, leave the same BOM standard, parts only. Make sure display as one item number in this first selection here, display configurations of the same part as separate items. Awesome. And then we're going to click check. We're going to place this there. And then, let's see. Oh, I actually believe I did this earlier. If your descriptions are on the part number, you can just select all of these items and click Control X, and then actually go over here, select these, and click Control V. I'm not going to paste them there because this is where I want them. And then you'll just add the part numbers by double clicking on the cell and then adding the part numbers there. Okay. And then if you want these to be centered, you just go here and click the center. I'm going to make these columns a little smaller here. So you can just click on the column and make it smaller. Okay, that's good. Just so it doesn't interfere with my isometric view there. All right. So last thing we're going to do is add the annotation that says open position. The steps for this aren't in the book, so we'll go over it in the video. I'm going to move this top view over here. Okay. And then I'm going to click check there. I'm going to go to the Annotations tab and click Note. And then move your note close to the item where there's a line. And then click, hold Control, and then place the second arrow right here. Okay. There you go, and then let go of Control and move this up here. this is going to say open position. So again, all you do is you do note, move it near here where there's one arrow, click that arrow into place, and then hold Control on your keyboard. A second arrow will pop up and you can place it there. We're gonna select, oh, I'm gonna zoom in. We're gonna select all of this and change it to the same settings as the other annotation. So 28 in bold. Okay. Wait. I'm gonna exit out that. Oh, okay. So then I'm gonna click on this again, and let's see here. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna select this item so that it's below like the example there. All right, I'm also gonna zoom in and move this, click on that little node and move it closer so it's attached there. All right, and we just need to add one more note. So I'm gonna do check there, and we just have to add the, I'll click this, do Control C, click right there and do Control V. Wherever you place your mouse is where it will set it when you paste the note. Okay. Then I'm going to double click and change this to alternate position view. Okay, and then I'm going to move this, change, not going to underline it, and I need to make this smaller. Maybe let's try 16, that looks good. And then we'll do check, and then I'll move that so it fits better. And then check. And there we go. For your own purposes, you should save this as a drawing file. So save that as a drawing file for yourself. Okay, I already have it saved, so I'm not going to resave it. And then I also want you to go to PDF, and this is what you'll submit to me. So submit the gate assembly PDF. So just click save. I already have it saved, so I don't need to. And then that's it.